Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Quiz the Nation, the kids edition. Hopefully there's lots of you tuning in this week that have played with us before. We're now on to week 3 of our wonderful kids quiz each Thursday afternoon, keeping you hopefully entertained and informed and learning some new things and having lots of fun here with us on a Thursday afternoon. We hope you've had a good week. My name's Ali. I'm your host for the 3rd week running, and it's great to have so many of you with us this afternoon. Now, as we've done in previous weeks, we're going to have 3 rounds this afternoon. First round will be our picture puzzles, so lots of disappearing squares and shapes that you have to make a mental note of and give us the answers to. Second round will be emoji maths, sequences and anagrams, as we have done in previous weeks, and round 3 will be general knowledge. Now, in a new twist, a new addition to our Quiz the Nation Kids edition, we are introducing a theme for our general knowledge round. That's going to take place as of next week, and we're going to give you a little bit more information about that as we go on. But essentially what you're going to have to do is watch a little video that we're going to post to our Facebook page and our Instagram page. You'll have to watch that video through the week and find some information out from it that the questions, or 3 of the 6 general knowledge questions next week will be based on. Anyway, more on that later. What we also want you to do, as per the previous 2 weeks, is as we go through the quiz, please do leave us a comment in the Facebook comments or the YouTube comments, and we will put as many of those up as we can in between the rounds, and I'll read out your names and your scores and how well you're doing, who you're playing with, where you're playing from, if you're playing with your brother or sister or against your brother or sister, against some friends, etc., etc. We want as many people playing along with us as possible on a Thursday afternoon and having as much fun as they can. Oh, we've got a comment already. Hi, Ali, looking very smart today. Thank you, Rod. Thank you. I thought I'd try. I could probably do with a bit of a shave, but I thought I'd smarten up for all these clever kids that we've got playing along with us this afternoon. So without any further ado, let's crack on straight away with round number 1. So here we have round number 1. As I said, picture puzzles. Those of you that have played before will be used to this. We're going to show you a couple of examples of what we mean by picture puzzles. So you take a good look at these squares. We've got a red, yellow, blue, red. Then on the second line, blue, red, yellow, yellow. And then the third line, yellow, red, and then 2 greens. You take a good look at those and make a mental note of where the colors are. Because our first example question would be, what color square disappears? So you'd be taking a very good mental image and a mental note of all those squares, and then one of them would disappear like this. And the question would be, what color square disappeared? Was it A, B, C, or D, a blue, a yellow, a red, or a green? And the answer would be 1 yellow, option B. And we'll see that that yellow square comes back, and then that's where it disappeared from. So that's example 1. Example number 2, what color squares disappear? So you're looking for maybe 2 or 3 squares. In this case, let's see, it is 2 squares that have gone, okay? And from your mental image, you'd know the answer. Your options would be a blue and 1 yellow, that's option A. Option B, 1 yellow and 1 green. Option C, 1 red and 1 blue. And option D, 1 green and 1 red. And the answer would be option C, 1 red and 1 blue. Let's see them back in place. There they are, blue on the left and red on the bottom line. There they have disappeared again, and then they're back. So those are our examples. We'll move on to the questions. We'll be doing some squares, we'll be doing some shapes again, as we have done in previous week, keeping it nice and varied for you on a Thursday afternoon at Quiz the Nation. Here we go then. Question 1, take a good look at these squares. So it's the same configuration of squares. We've got a red, yellow, blue, red, yellow, 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 red, green, green, 3 lines of squares. Question number 1. What color squares disappear? What color squares disappear? So just Take one last good look at that image. I'm going to give you a couple of seconds silence, and then a couple of squares will disappear. There they are. They've gone. So your questions or your options are A, one blue and one yellow. B, one yellow and one green. C, one red and one blue. Or D, one green and one red. Going to give you a few seconds silence, just thinking about that. And on to question 2. What colour squares disappear? So again, we'll be looking for a number of squares, plural. Take a good look at the image, and they're disappearing now. So 3 have gone this time. 3 have gone. What are the options? Is it A, one blue and two green? B, two yellow and one blue? C, one red and two yellow? Or D, two green and two red? Well, we know it can't be that one, because that would make 4. And only 3 have disappeared. So it's actually only between A, B, or C. So it's one blue and two green, two yellow and one blue, one red and two yellow. Give you a few seconds silence just to have a good think about that question. And on to question number 3. We're on to our shapes now. So take a good look at these coloured shapes. We have a red star, a blue triangle, a yellow pentagon, a red pentagon, a yellow pentagon, green triangle, green arrow, blue triangle, green arrow, green pentagon, yellow star, red pentagon, and green triangle. I'm going to give you a couple of seconds just taking that image in, making a good mental note. And the question is, what colour shapes disappear? So again, look very closely. You're looking for the colour of the shapes that disappear. Here we go. So 4 of them have gone. Your options are 3 green and 1 yellow, 2 red and 2 blue. Option C, 3 blue and 1 green. Or option D, 2 green and 2 red. Just some thinking time for you there. It's a bit tricky, that one. I'm sure you clever kids have done well, though. On to question 4. Again, take a good look at the shapes. It's the same picture that we had for question 3. And here's your question. What shapes disappear? So you're now looking at the actual shapes, not the colours, the shapes themselves. So another quick scan over that image just to make sure you know where all those shapes are. And here we go. Wowzers. Loads of them have gone. Your options are 2 pentagons and 2 arrows. Option B, 2 triangles and 2 stars. Option C, 2 stars and 2 pentagons. Or option D, 2 stars and 2 pentagons. So again, Just having another good look at that. I'm going to give you a few seconds silence. You've got the options there. On to question 5. We're back to our squares now, but this time they have numbers within them. So you're looking at the squares and their numbers. You've got a red 1, 2 yellow, 4 blue, a green 2, a red 1, a red 4, a green 1, and a blue 4. And then on the bottom line, a yellow 3, a 2 blue, a 1 red, and a 2 green. I'm just going to give you another few seconds taking that image in. And the question for question 5, how many 4s disappear? How many 4s disappear? Here they go now. Your options. Option A, is it 1? Option B, is it 2? Option C, was it 3? Or option D, was it 4? How many 4s disappeared? 1, 2, 3, or 4? We'll leave you a few seconds silence. And final question of round 1. Question number 6. Again, the squares and their numbers. It's the same configuration as before. And the question is, how many green squares numbered 2 disappear? How many green squares numbered 2 disappear? Off they go now. And your options. Was it A1, B2, C3, or D4? How many green squares disappeared with the number 2 within them? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Another few seconds silence thinking about your final answer for this round. And that, boys and girls, is the end of round 1. Well done to any of you or all of you who are playing along. And no matter how many you got, whether you got 6 out of 6 or none out of 6, it doesn't matter. We're just having fun here on a Thursday afternoon with Quiz the Nation. There's no winners. It's all about the taking part and having fun. So here we go. Let's see. Well, firstly, let's see if we have any comments so far. Oliver McMillan, thanks, Rod. Oliver McMillan. George and Poppy playing from Cardiff. That's come from Sarah Hosband. Hi, George and Poppy. Lovely to have you with us from lovely sunny Cardiff. I love Cardiff. Great city. Francis McMillan. Thanks, Rod. Another player playing along, I believe. Jeanette Skeens Reed. Thank you, Rod. These are all players, I presume, that are playing along with us this afternoon. Any other comments? No? Well, we've got Sasha McMillan as well. Okay, we'll keep those comments rolling in, and our lovely producer, Jeff, will put as many as he can up on the screen for you. Now, until we have more comments, until the end of the next round, let's go and do our answers. The answers for round 1. So question 1 was how many squares disappeared, or what color squares disappeared? And the option that was correct was option C, 1 red and 1 blue. We'll see them back in place. There they were, blue on the top, red in the middle. 1 red and 1 blue. So option C for question 1. Question number 2, the colored squares that disappeared, it was option B, 2 yellow and 1 blue. Let's see them back in place. There they are, 2 yellow and 1 blue at the top. That was question 2, option B. Question 3, the color shapes that have disappeared, it was option B, 2 red and 2 blue. Let's see them back in place. There we are, red and blue at the top, and then a blue triangle and a red pentagon underneath on top of each other. So option B for question 3, that rhymed. Question 4, what shapes have disappeared? It was option A, 2 pentagons and 2 arrows. Well done to anyone who got that. Let's see them back in place. There they are, 2 pentagons and 2 arrows. That's them gone again and back again. Question 5 are numbered squares. The number of 4s that had disappeared was 2. Well done to anybody who got that. Let's see them where they were. We had the red 4 and that had disappeared, and the blue 4 on the top line that had disappeared. So well done to anybody who said option B for question 5. And question 6, the final question, how many green squares, number 2, had disappeared? It was option A, just the one. The green square's number 2. There it is, top right-hand corner, that green squared number 2. So just the one. So option A for question 6. Well done. I'm sure lots of you did very well on that round. We had some 6 out of 6s last week, so do let us know how you're getting on. Pop us a comment in the chat and we'll read it out. Let us know your marks for round 1. George and Poppy, 6 out of 6 from Cardiff. Very good. Very good. Well done to you, George and Poppy. That's excellent. Do let us know. Anybody else? Asher is playing in Manchester, says Deborah. Thank you, Deborah. Hi, Asher. Hi. Hope you're having fun. Hope you're doing well. And Asher got 6 out of 6. You are doing well. Absolutely. Celebration. Party emoji. Absolutely. Well done, Asher. Fantastic score. 6 out of 6. Do we have any other comments, Jeff? No, not at the moment. Well, that's fine. Do keep letting us know how you're getting on, and we'll keep popping your comments up on the screen. And maybe you can let us know at the end of round 2 how you've done for rounds 1 and 2. Maybe give us a running total. Speaking of round 2, 6 out of 6 for Esme too. Well done, Esme. Very good. Very good. I'm very impressed. You're all so clever, you kids. I wouldn't have a clue. Because I'm old, you see. So I struggle with all these things. But you kids, you've got clever brains, much cleverer than mine. Right, let's move on to round number 2. As I said at the start, round number 2 is all emoji math, sequences, and anagrams. So here we go. Let's see an example. So take a good look at these emojis and their values. We've got the wonky face is number 1, glasses face number 2, love hearts number 3, sunglasses number 4, sad face number 5, crying face 6, angel 7, shocked face 8, stars in their eyes 9, and celebration is 0. Let's give you some examples. I'm sure lots of you do this emoji math at school, so you're used to it. The example calculation, sunglasses plus sad face. So sunglasses is 4, sad face is 5. That would give you an answer of stars in your eyes or 9. Reminding you, as per previous weeks, that if you give us the emojis or the numerical value, then both are a correct answer. Angel times glasses, so angel is 7, multiplied by glasses, which is 2, which would give you a wonky face on the sunglasses face or the numerical answer of 14. As I say, whichever you want to do is a correct answer. So give us the emojis or the numbers and we'll accept either. Here we go. Question number 1. What is crying face added to stars in your eyes? Crying face added to stars in your eyes. Here are your options. Option A, wonky face and celebration person. Option B, I don't know how to describe that one. Option B is wonky face and love heart eyes. Option C is wonky face and sad face. And option D is wonky face and stars in your eyes. That's question number 1. Question number 2. Sad face multiplied by crying face. It's not a very happy emoji calculation, this one, is it? Sad face multiplied by crying face. What does that equal? Here are your options. Option A, glasses face and celebration. Option B, love heart eyes and celebration. Option C, wonky face and sad face. Or option D, glasses and stars in your eyes. That is question number 2. On to question 3. Another emoji. So we've got stars in your eyes minus wonky face plus angel. So stars in your eyes minus wonky face plus the angel with his halo or her halo. What are your options? Is it wonky face and sad face? Glasses face and celebration? Wonky face and shocked face? Or wonky face and crying face? I think I'm going to call him party face. That's what I'm going to call him or her. Not celebration, that's a rubbish name for an emoji. So I'm going to call that one party face. So those are your options. I'm going to give you a few seconds silence working that one out. On to question 4. Back to our anagrams. Now, an anagram, for those of you who haven't played before, not come across anagrams before, is a word made from the letters of another word. For example, claps is an anagram of scalp. That's one that we had last week in our quiz last Thursday for anyone who was playing along then. You can see that the 5 letters in the word claps can be rearranged to make the word scalp. That's your example. Remember, there aren't going to be any options for these questions, these next couple of questions. You just have to work them out. So here we go. Question number 4. The word chaser is an anagram for a word that means what you might see under a long railway bridge or a viaduct. The word chaser is an anagram for a word that means what you might see under a long railway bridge. That's a toughie, that one, I think. I'm going to give you a few seconds trying to work that one out. And question 5. The word rescue is an anagram for a word that means how you might feel once you've been rescued. The word rescue is an anagram for a word that means how you might feel once you've been rescued. Another few seconds looking at that one. I think our producer Jeff has decided that the anagrams were a bit easy last week, so he's made them a little bit harder this week. But I'm sure all you kids out there have done really well. On to question number 6. Final question of this round. This is a sequence. Again, there aren't going to be any options for you on this one. You just have to work out the answer. What are the next 2 numbers in this sequence? 42.6, 52.7, 62.8, 72.9, and then we've got 2 blanks. So the next 2 numbers in this sequence, 42.6, 52.7, 62.8, and 72.9. Last few seconds trying to work that one out. And that, boys and girls, is the end of round number 2. So I'm sure you've done very well, all of you. I wonder if we're going to have any more 6 out of 6s in our scores, do let us know in the comments, and we'll put those up on the screen. We'll read out as many as we possibly can. So do add your comments and we will get to them. This is my favorite round from Asha. Oh, Asha, I'm glad. I'm sure you've done well then. If it's your favorite, I'm sure you've done well. Maybe you're used to doing emoji maths at school, Asha, but I'm sure you've done brilliantly. Let's have any other comments that you want to leave for us in the Facebook chat or in the YouTube comments. And those, as you'll see from other people, those will come up in the screen and I'll be able to read them out for you. But before we do that, let's see the answers for round number 2. So the emoji maths, question number 1 was crying face plus stars in their eyes. So that is 6 plus 9, and your answer is wonky face and sad face, or 15 if you wanted to do the numerical answer. So wonky face and sad face, or 15 is the correct answer for question 1. Question 2, we had sad face multiplied by crying face. So that was 5 multiplied by 6, which is love heart eyes and party face. So that is 30. 5 times 6 is 30. So well done. If you put either emoji or the number 30, you get a point for that. Question number 3. Stars in your eyes, minus the wonky face plus the angel. So that's 9 minus 1 plus 7, which equals wonky face and sad face, or 15. So wonky face and sad face, or 15 is the correct answer for question number 3. Well done to all of you who got that. Question 4, onto the anagrams. Now, as I said, these were a bit harder this week, I thought. So what you might see under a long railway bridge are arches. Arches. The famous song called Underneath the Arches, which all of you kids are far too young to know, but that's a song about being underneath the arches, as the title suggests. So that was question number 4. Question number 5. The word rescue is an anagram for what word that means how you might feel once you've been rescued, and that word is secure. Secure. So well done to those of you who got both of those right. I do think they were trickier this week, so well done to those of you who got 4 and 5 right. And then question 6, the sequence. The next 2 numbers, we had 42.6 and 52.7, 62.8, 72.9. So the large number is going up by 10 and the small number is going up by 1. So your next 2 numbers are 80.10 and 92.11. 82.10 and 92.11. So that's the answer to question 6. Remembering you need both of those numbers in the sequence correct to get the 1 point. Well done to those of you who did brilliantly in that round. I'm sure you did. We're saying, yeah, the anagrams are hard this week. What do you think? Let us know how you did. If you got 6 out of 6, what we got? This is from Asha. Yes, my mummy did the anagrams. They're a bit hard for me. I did all the maths. Well done. I think that's fine. We can have a team effort. Why not? That's good. It's glad that mummy's playing along with you, Asha. Brilliant. We did not get 4 a bit. We did not get 4 a bit. Oh, they're a bit harder, I think, is what you mean by that, Anna. You didn't get number 4. It does seem easy once you have the answers. Yeah, it absolutely does. That's like any question in any quiz, really. If you know the answer, then it's easy, isn't it? Okay, let's do, well done on doing all the maths, Asha. Yes, thank you. My mummy had to help with the anagrams too, and she still found the first one hard. Well, Esme, you got 5 out of 6 for missed arches. Yeah, I would have struggled with arches, definitely. In fact, I struggled with both anagrams. But fortunately for me, I have the answers, so it does make it a bit easier for me. Right, on to question number 3. Sorry, not question number 3, round number 3, which is general knowledge. Jeff, our lovely producer Jeff, is going to be very busy behind the scenes now. 5 out of 6 for Charlotte. Number 4, couldn't get number 4. Number 4 seems to have stumped everybody this week. But that's fine. We can't have everybody getting full marks every single week. We need to make some of them a bit tricky, don't we? So as I say, Jeffrey now will be very busily switching us from comments, from Facebook and YouTube comments into round number 3, which is general knowledge. Now, as I said at the start, we're going to have a slightly new addition to the quiz next week, which is a themed element to our general knowledge question. What that will mean is, oh, thanks, Jeff, bringing it back to me. What that will mean is that we're going to send out a video. There's going to be a link to a video which we'll put on all our social media pages that you can watch through the week. And next week, 3 of the 6 general knowledge questions will be based on that video. So you've got a little bit of homework to do, but it's very fun. But it's a very important video for you to watch. More about it at the end. Asha got 4 out of 4 maths, Mummy got 2 out of 2 anagrams. Well done, Deborah, and well done, Asha. So more on what the actual theme of next week's general knowledge round is going to be later. Let's move on to the round itself for this week. Round number 3, general knowledge. Here we go. Question number 1. What would Rosa Parks not give up that made her famous? And we're not doing any options for this general knowledge. So what would Rosa Parks not give up that made her famous? Question 2. What is the name of the company owned by Elon Musk that sent astronauts to the International Space Station at the end of May this year? We had a few comments last week that the general knowledge questions were a little bit easy. So we've tried to make them a little bit trickier for you this week. What is the name of the company owned by Elon Musk that sent astronauts to the International Space Station at the end of May this year? It was a very big event in the news, if you saw that. Question number 3. How many major colours are there in a rainbow? And I expect you all to be singing the song right now. How many major colours are there in a rainbow? Question number 4. What is closer to the Earth, the sun or the moon? What is closer to the Earth, the sun or the moon? The sun doesn't feel very close to the Earth today, certainly not in Birmingham where I am. Miserable old day out there. But what is closer to the Earth, the sun or the moon? That is question 4. Question 5. Who was behind the gunpowder plot, which we remember every year on Bonfire Night? One of my favourite nights of the year. Who was behind the gunpowder plot, which we remember every year on Bonfire Night? And finally, question 6. Who was the American president before Donald Trump? Who was the American president before Donald Trump? Another few seconds thinking about that one. I'm sure a lot of us wish that he was still the president, the man that was president before Donald Trump, but never mind. Who was the American president before Donald Trump? That, boys and girls, is the end of today's quiz. So thank you for all of you that have played along today. Thank you for all your comments. Do keep the comments coming in. Hard but fun. Thank you. Oh, it's our pleasure. 5 out of 6 for Charlotte, number 4. Oh, I think that's a comment about round 2. So well done. Can you sing the rainbow colour song? So I don't know. Well, Rod, I'm not sure that my singing capabilities can stretch to the Rainbow Song, but I'm sure that some of our lovely kids could maybe post some videos on our social media platforms of them singing the Rainbow Song as they answer the question. And that's my way of getting out of that. Thank you very much. He does have a lovely singing voice, do I now? Thank you. Thank you, Quiz the Nation. That's very kind of you. Right, let's do the answers for round number 3. Now, this question, number 1, Rosa Parks, what would she not give up that made her famous? That the answer to that is her bus seat. And Jeff, if you could just come back to me for 1 second, if that's possible, I'm going to explain what we're doing next week. So, Rosa Parks, for those of you who aren't aware, was a very, very, very important person within the American civil rights movement, which was a hugely important time in American history where segregation, which had been going on before the American civil rights movement, which separated people based on the color of their skin, the American civil rights movement moved America away from that awful, awful time in their history. And Rosa Parks was a very important player in this movement. She refused to give up her bus seat, as the answer to the question suggests, when she was being told she wasn't allowed to sit in a certain section of the bus because of the color of her skin, which obviously we all know is a terrible, terrible thing. So what we're going to do at the end of today's quiz and through the week, we're going to post a lovely video that we found that explains to you in a very accessible way all about the American civil rights movement and what it meant for America. And then in our questions next week in round 3, our general knowledge, 3 of our 6 questions will be based on information that you get from that video. So it's a bit of homework for you, but a really important subject for you to learn about, especially at the moment where the Black Lives Matter movement is an incredibly important movement happening right now. So it's really good information for you to learn and a bit of fun for the general knowledge round next week. So that's a new addition to Quiz the Nation Kids Edition for next Thursday. So do make sure you look out for that link in our social media, on all our social media platforms. Right, back to the answers. Question 2. What is the name of the company owned by Elon Musk that sent astronauts to the International Space Station? That is SpaceX. SpaceX. And well done to those of you who got that right. Question 3. How many major colours are there in the rainbow? Without the song, Rod, thank you very much. The answer is number 7. There's 7 colours of the rainbow. I'm sure you all got that one. Question 4. Which is closer to the Earth, the Sun or the Moon? That is the Moon. The Moon, and it feels that way today, as I said. It's very cold up here in Birmingham today. Question 5. Who was behind the gunpowder plot that we celebrate on Bonfire Night? That was, of course, Guy Fawkes. Well done to those of you who got that. And question 6, the final question of today's quiz. The American president before Donald Trump was Barack Obama. Barack Obama. So tot up your answers for round 3 out of 6, which will give you a grand total out of 18. And pop a comment in the chat and let us know how you did. As we said there, hope you found the general knowledge a little bit harder than last week. Well, we'll see. Once those scores start coming in, if we've got lots of 6 out of 6s again, then maybe we'll know we have to make it even harder. Yay, that was hard but fun. Yay, thank you. Our pleasure, Anna. Our absolute pleasure. It's a real joy to be here every Thursday and hosting this fun quiz for the kids as part of Quiz the Nation. Any more comments for us? Good. Thanks, Anna. That's lovely. Thank you very much. 3 out of 6. I enjoyed the quiz from Asher Nathan. Thank you, Asher. Well done. 3 out of 6 is very good. That's very good. As I said, we made the general knowledge a little bit harder this week. So hopefully you're pleased with how you've done and also learned a few more interesting bits of information from us. Any other comments? 6 out of 6 for Esme, round 3. Wow, 17 out of 18 in total. Woohoo! Woohoo, indeed, Esme. Very good. I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed. That's excellent scoring. Really good. I bet your mum's very proud of you. And I'm sure your grandpa is very proud of you as well, watching on keenly. Okay, well done. So if we have any other scores, do keep them coming in. We'll probably put a couple more up on the chat if we can, if we have time. But that's the end of today's quiz. Scottish kids on school holidays now. Scottish kids on school holidays now. Well, maybe they can join in on a Thursday anyway and keep their brains going for even despite being in the summer holidays. Please do come and join us, and please spread the word for us. Tell your friends, any classmates that we want to come and join in, any family, etc. We try and keep it as wide a spectrum as possible for as many age groups to have as much fun with us here on a Thursday afternoon as possible. 6 out of 6. The last one was quite hard though. Yeah, it was, but you did well. You got it right. 6 out of 6. So excellent. What did that give you in total, Anna? That must have given you a pretty good score in total. That's it from us this afternoon. Thank you to all of you for playing along. As I said earlier about our general knowledge questions for next week, do look out for that important video on the American Civil Rights Movement. It'll be on across all of our social media right now as soon as the quiz finishes, and throughout the week we'll repost it. You can have a watch of that. It's around 5 minutes long, but it's really informative and it's fun, and it's, as I said, about a very, very important subject matter. So watch that, and then 3 of the questions for the final round will be based on that video next week. We hope to see you all again soon, or then next week, I meant to say. As I said, tell your friends, tell your family. Let's get as many kids playing along as we can on a Thursday afternoon as possible. Until then, until next week, take care, and I'll see you again.